Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3, and today I'd like to talk about a TAG Heuer disaster story. This is a TAG Heuer service center disaster. And this is actually a true story. I'm not going to be naming names or dealers involved because they're not vicious cunts like I am, but I can tell you this story is true. Okay. This involved a TAG Heuer Monaco. That's the square chronograph, an original one. A dealer friend of mine bought it, and these are a very, very sophisticated watch. They're a square chronograph, and they're very unusual. This is a Heuer. This is not a TAG Heuer. It's not a reissue. This is the original Heuer. And they're actually quite a complicated watch because to open the case, you need a special tool which unlocks it. It's like one of those Chinese fucking, you know, those Chinese torture things where they put on your fingers. The more you pull out, the tighter it gets, and you got to go the opposite way to get the fucker off. You know what I mean. And anyhow, the dealer had it, and what do you do with these things? There's one independent guy in, I believe, Germany who does servicing on these. He's in Europe somewhere, okay? Could be fucking... And the problem is, you send a proper Heuer Monaco, they're worth anywhere from $13,000 to $20,000+ US. Fucking expensive fuckers. And you can only insure it for $5,000 because it's jewelry. You send it to him, it's a long wait, but he's the expert. So a dealer I know had one, and they thought, oh fuck, what do we do? It needs to get serviced. They didn't want to send it to an independent, even though they've got independent watchmakers on staff. They thought, no, we'll send it to TAG Heuer Service Department, TAG Heuer Heritage Service Department, and they'll do it. My God, what a fucking disaster. They sent it in, and okay, it took ages. They serviced it, sent it back, and you wouldn't fucking believe this. They used glue in the repair. Okay, now I don't know if you fuckers realize this, but one of the ultimate sins in watchmaking is using glue. Glue is fuck. It's just amateur hour shit. See, with proper watchmaking, you don't use glue. Okay, you have screws and you have other things you do. It's a bit like restoring a car, right? Glue is the equivalent to bog. You know, bog. That's that plastic filler which you can use to hide rust and all sorts of sins. But the reality is, if you're doing a good resto, don't use too much bog. Bog is nasty. It's nasty. So anyhow, he sent it in, and sure enough, they'd used glue when they put the watch back together. Glue. And the dealer hit the roof. He said, what the fuck have you guys done? You've used glue. You've fucked this up. And he was fuming because he had a good one and they'd fucked it up in the service. And it's absolutely abhorrent. He said to them, they said, oh, well, we can't close the case properly if we don't use glue. He said, take the fucking glue out. Take the fucking glue out. Give it back to me without the fucking glue in it. He was just fucking feral. He went he went ballistic over it. And this is the whole thing. They are very, very unprofessional. They had no idea how to open this properly. They fucked the case up. They put a scratch in it. They were just nasty fucking... They charged a fortune and they used glue. In the end, he sent it back to them. They removed the glue, but they said, oh, we can't do this. He said, just give me the fucking thing back without the glue in it. And absolute horror story. Tag Heuer's heritage department, you guys are absolute disgraces. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself, and you fucking don't deserve to be called watchmakers. And another horror story is this same guy who sold the vintage Monaco to the dealer. He went to a watch dealer and bought a reissue. He said, fuck, there's no point owning the vintage ones. They're impossible to service. I'll go and get a reissue one. He got it. And he sent it in for repair. I think it wasn't keeping good time, and it came back with a big fucking scratch in it. And then they denied that they'd scratched it. And all I can say is, Tag Heuer Heritage Department, you guys are fucking clowns. You're a joke. And I'm fucking telling the world what a bunch of fucking uneducated cunts you are, because fuck, that is fucking embarrassing. The Tag Heuer Heritage Department, absolute butchers, absolute butchers. They butchered two Tag Heuer Monacos, a vintage one and a modern one. Absolute disgrace. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty foul-mouthed fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great tale.